They are some of the most absolutely stunning crags, I guess you would call them, in Northern California. I think they're almost as beautiful as Yosemite, because you're right here at the base of Mount Shasta. And as we come around this corner, you're going to get a very clear view of the crags. They are there and then they're gone unless you stop and go up to Crags State Park or drive up the road a little bit farther. There's some really great rag hounding out there for Ryolite, and there's some crystals and some fossils. The gray stone, we call it elephant stone. It has a lot of fossils in it, which is unexpected clear over here in Northern California on the Interstate 5. But there you have it. I don't know how or why, but I think my personal opinion is that these crags pushed up from under the ground somehow, and then they just pushed up through a softer spot, or maybe they're older than some of the surrounding area rocks. But there's the crags. We're going to get off the freeway and we're going to show you a little bit more. Our channel is Adventures After 60, and before you're 60, you could probably make the trail up to the top of these crags. I've heard that the view from the top is quite spectacular. I've lived in this general vicinity for many, many years, but I haven't ever climbed to the top. I've climbed up the trail. I've meditated near them, if you listen to any of our other videos, you'll hear me talk about, there's the park, you'll hear me talk about smoking cigarettes for many, many, many years of my life and not taking my health very seriously. And because of that, I just never really hiked much, or you can't get those years back. So part of our mission is Adventures After 60. Have the adventures before you're 60. Have the time of your life before before you're older, and try and take care of your health. It's really vitally important that you do, because once you smoke cigarettes for as many years as I did, your lungs will heal, but you never get it back completely. And it's a tragedy to lose some of your lung capacity for a habit.
Yeah, but you've still been able to conquer a lot of things that you probably would have never left the house to do if you were still smoking today.
No, I'd still be sitting on the porch smoking a cigarette thinking I was having a life. And there's the crags up there through the trees. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. Yes, and once I started taking my health seriously, I started taking better care of myself. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I stopped drinking energy drinks, and just those two things taking those two things out of my life, I've been able to, we have been able to travel the world and go many, many places that other people don't get to, or don't have the desire to, but we as a couple absolutely have the desire. So here's one of the trails that you can take up to the Crags. It's an environmental camp here. People come up here and they clear the trails and they hang out and just take care of Mother Nature, make sure that it's accessible for able-bodied people. There are a few places out here that you can access via wheelchair or a van, not necessarily off trail, but on trail, or like I said, in your vehicle. There's many places up here that you can see the gorgeous beauty of Castle Crags State Park. We're going to go up here a little bit farther in one of our favorite Ryolite hunting spots. I guess now that we're talking about our adventures all the time, some of our secret spots aren't going to be so secret anymore. And, you know, if you're going up and down I-5 and you're wanting a real quick place to take a dip in a creek somewhere, Castle Creek is very chilly, invigorating, and you can take a quick wade, a quick dip.
And it gets really hot out here.
Wash your hair off, wash your face.
And it is very inviting when this right here is a nice big piece of marble. We have a lot of marble. We actually have an area called the Marble Mountains north of here, and that's what this is. That's what it's made of, is all of this. It's not super colorful, but it does have crystal in it. Sometimes you could break these open and get some pieces of crystal out of them. There is poison oak in these areas, so you always got to watch out. Definitely don't accidentally wipe your butt with it. This is where you find pieces of rhyolite. And this type of rock has, if you look carefully, like right in there, there's some harder pieces. And some of them are actually octagonal or like hexagonal shapes, and they are harder than this rock. So as this rock slowly starts to deteriorate and break apart, you find the crystals inside. So here's some more marble. This kind of marble, you can see through it, and it's really a neat piece. I got a bigger piece up there that I'm going to show you when we're done. And so what we're looking for, yeah, these pieces of marble here are really something else. They're definitely great additions to the yard. And I'm hoping that I can find a piece of this rhyolite crystal that I love so much. It's what definitely draws me back out here every year. Oh, here you go. So you can see here, there's the rhyolite crystal embedded in this rock. And these pieces will break away, like this one right here. Here's a nice one. When it breaks apart, you get these shaped crystals. And some of them are not much to look at, but I've got some really beautiful pieces that are bright pink. And they have that I guess you would say it's trapezoidal shape to them. See how that one's sort of got that shape? It's really cool. There's a piece that's more pink and more crystal, but not the shape. But that's what we're looking for, is a combination of these two together to give me the rock that I want.
Stunning.
Look at this
Look
piece
at
my
this
wife
Ryolite
found.
in this big rock.
This just gorgeous chunk of red quartz. Oh my goodness. That you said?
I said, this is Adventures After 60 if you're brave
We're
and able-bodied. And just so you know, we're not always sitting in the car. Sometimes we're traipsing through the tules looking at things that are amazing and spectacular and wonderful.
We love walking these creeks. It's one of our favorite things to do is look for really cool rocks. You just ask our daughters, they'll tell you how many times we've taken them out rock hunting and looked for things, especially at this creek. When they were younger, they would come up to visit me for the summer, and we would travel through here, and we would always stop at Castle Creek and go swimming. That was one of their favorite things to do, was to be able to just get out of the car and jump into this creek and go swimming, because the water is just so spectacularly clean. Oh, let's see. Gosh, I'm looking for that perfect one. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but I'm hoping to find a really good shaped one to show you what I'm talking about. Some more quartz, some more marble. Such a neat sound. So here's what I'm talking about, is this. See this shape? You can see all the angles in it. This is what I'm looking for. These are very unique to this area. And some are much more profound than this, but this is a really good specimen to kind of give you an idea of what you can find out here. And these are fun to find. Castle Creek, fun place to look for rocks.